This is Nice Work. I'm Alex Chambers. On a weekend afternoon in late winter, the hosts of Nice Work, that's me and Kate Young and Tyler Lake, we decided to go to the Sculpture Trails Outdoor Museum in Greene County. The trip didn't quite turn out as we planned. Tyler drove to Kate's house before they came to get me.
All right, Kate.
Oh, hey, Tyler.
You got a lot of wood here.
Yeah, I do. I know we're getting ready to go over to Alex's, and I'm excited about that, but can I just do a couple more loads of this? Because
Yeah. So how much wood do you go through?
I don't know. I guess this is our first year, so we're still finding out, but I guess it's going to be about 3 ricks, which is about a cord.
Man, that's not math I know. Gonna go into business selling Kate's Rick Racks?
Yeah. So yeah, I've got this rack that's next to our porch, and I like to keep wood on there. So then we have more wood in the back because all of it didn't fit on this rack. So we have some in the back, and we've, got a lot of moving to do. Wheelbarrow.
Really hard to imagine that you can tell yourself this is more convenient.
Hey, look, this is the way I look at it. In the middle of winter, you've been home all day on a Saturday, you haven't got out and done any exercise, almost sundown. I know, I can go move 5 wheelbarrows of wood.
There is something like...
That'll be some exercise.
That is definitely exercise. All right, so Alex, just so you know what we're doing right now is Kate's doing the final step, that's getting the wood from the front porch with this nice leather satchel situation wood carrier.
Super cozy in here.
It's extremely cozy.
I mean, thermometer next to the stove says 76. Maybe a little too warm. Anyway, the number one thing that I love about this stove is standing in front of it and doing nothing. Sometimes I will just stand here and just sway back and forth, which I know sounds absurd, but it's like so calming. And so I feel like it's very rare for me to allow myself to just do nothing. But when I'm standing in front of this fire, somehow I feel like I have permission.
All right. I didn't realize until I listened to this how long Kate and Tyler spent by that wood stove. We had places to be, so I'm going to get them moving.
All right. So this is your new car.
My new, very old car, yeah.
Okay.
2014? This is a 2014, so a now 12-year-old BMW i3. And I think this is worth mentioning. This car costs $5,000, which means it is highly problematic and may very well end up causing catastrophic failure, and I'll basically may just have to lose all the money. And I'm okay with that. I've come to terms with that. Because it may not catastrophically fail, and that'd be fun.
I like the color.
I think it's a really beautiful design. I mean, I was telling Alex that I think this is it's not really designed like a car, it's designed like a product.
So it's kind of I would call it a rust color, but it's shiny. And it's got kind of a short nose. Oh, I see what you mean. The front also looks very designed.
It does. There's nothing muscular or no imitation of feline or feminine form. That's a really common thing in automotive design.
All right. Interior-wise, this thing is unlike any other car I have been in. The door panels are this kind of charcoal gray fiber board kind of thing, which actually I think it looks really cool. And then it's got these wood panels on the top of the dash curving down into this little dish almost, and then floating above the dish is a screen.
Yeah. So this is an entirely electric car. I don't run the heat a lot because watch this.
What?
We just lost 7 miles of range by turning the heat on.
Okay, so let's just keep it cool. How does it feel? Does it have good pickup?
I will show you. It is quicker than you think. Do you want to see really quickly?
Sure. Woo! Oh, okay. Yeah, that had a pull.
It's fun to drive, even though it is in a lot of ways really inconvenient.
Okay, what's fun about it?
It feels like you're driving a novelty car, is what it feels like a little bit. In the same way that I think a stove is like a novelty way of heating your home, this feels like a novelty way of getting around.
Yeah, I can see that. But a car you might rely on to get you from one place to another.
Yeah, ideally.
You want to go right? Hey, Alex.
Wait, actually, the cat's might here. Let me just step out. So we're going to the sculpture trail, right?
That's the idea.
Yes.
I'm basically ready. I just have to bake some bread first.
Well, okay.
So you guys want to come in? It'll take a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not really thrilled about having to do it, but like I've realized that I have to do it. I can tell you about it.
Are you out of bread?
Yeah, I'm out of bread.
I mean, it makes sense. Kate had to move wood. All right, that's fine. We've got time. It's a Saturday afternoon.
So what have you got to do?
I'm getting the starter out. I just have to measure out the flour, weigh the starter, mix them together in the mixer, clean off the paddle, and then I do have to let it sit for 20 minutes. And then I have to add salt, weigh out the salt, and add that, and mix it again, clean off the dough hook, and then I'll be ready.
Well, I guess we can head out to the sculpture trail after you get that stuff done.
Yes, it'll be quick. It'll only take half an hour. All right. I don't want us to get too bogged down. I'm not going to play the whole half hour it took to make the bread. But during that 20 minutes when the dough had to sit, Kate and Tyler had some hard questions for me.
So why do you need to do this? When you answered the door, you said, I have to.
Yeah. It's funny, like I do talk about baking bread and how frequently I bake bread when it comes up in conversation. And like people are like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, it really doesn't feel cool at this point. It really feels like an obligation to myself. Like I really feel a little grumpy about it every week when I start it. It's not like I don't really need dough at this point, but it's not like I'm kneading dough and thinking about how wholesome the experience is and how relaxing it is.
Yeah, you're not getting centered and grounded in your dough.
No, I'm probably getting grumpy as I'm doing it. I wouldn't quite say grumpy, but it's like, okay, it's a chore. It feels like a chore.
What about the moment when you've baked a loaf and you take the lid off the Dutch oven?
Yeah. It's true when it's done baking and you take it out, it is very, very satisfying. And the house smells really good. All right.
Hi, sweetie.
Well, should we go to the sculpture trail?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So you're done.
I'm done.
For now.
For now, yeah.
And we can go. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get
I'll
going.
do
Let me
cleanup
get
when
my
we get
jacket
back.
on and stuff.
Heading out to the car at last. Sorry to hold you guys up.
So, how far, by the way?
I think
Is the sculpture trail
like about 20 miles.
Yeah. We have 16 miles of range. I didn't charge the car last night. I parked out front, and I didn't.
And your car's in the shop,
Yeah.
and my car's back at my house.
Yeah. Well,
So, and even
plus
if we
it's
could
kinda
get
late.
out there, we wouldn't even be able to get back.
yeah. If it were fully charged, it would be close. But since I have less than a half a charge in it,
Well,
yeah.
that was a nice idea.
We got some stuff done. Kate moved some wood.
Yeah.
You got your bread
It
started.
was nice to have company while I made bread.
Yeah, less of a chore.
Such
Yeah,
a
exactly.
miserable task.
It's such a miserable task.
Yeah, and for us, we're really impressed. So
That's really my goal, is to impress people. I'm impressed with your car, Tyler.
It's a nice place to sit if you're not going very far.
We're definitely not going very
We're not
far at
going
this
anywhere.
point.
hey, what's this cool?
And that was our visit to the Sculpture Trails Outdoor Museum. It's free and it's open year-round, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. during the summer and 9 to 5 in the winter. You should visit sometime. We probably should too. For Nice Work, I'm Alex Chambers.